Hey all, welcome back to my channel. This is Gail, and today I have what will hopefully be a tutorial for you. I was very confused by this die, so I figured I would try to put it together with y'all and see what I could make of it. Now this inner circle part came in here and I took it out. I think that's what was throwing me off. So I have written down here what all the pieces are for and shown you the cut side so you can see what we're dealing with here. So you want this bigger one. You can tell it's kind of bigger. That fits in there. So the biggest one is going to be your base. Now I went ahead and cut mine out in foam and decorative paper, and I must apologize for my voice. I currently have the Rona and I'm stuck in my house, and I had to take advantage of this quiet time. Both of us are here quarantining, and so I haven't had a moment's quiet time, privacy, or peace. And so finally they were able to break quarantine and went to the store, so this is my quiet time. The only probably 30 minutes of peace I'm going to have in the whole 2 weeks. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try to start putting this together. I kind of, in my mind, I'm going to have to go with it through you guys, so I'm going to get this out of the picture now that you've seen that, and then put this here, and then have a little bit of workspace that's still in frame. So I'm going to use the Dollar Tree Beacon glue. Now I really like this glue. It's great when it's new. So anytime I find it at Dollar Tree, I go ahead and get one or two, because sometimes when they're even, you know, halfway down or something, I just toss them out because they're just no good. Or I'll use them for something that you won't see the mess or whatever. Okay, so that's going to be our base piece. But now we have to figure out how is this going to work for being able to fill it up with sequins. So in order for it to work, we are going to have to, let me get the paper towels, little stack I have there. Okay, so in order for this to work, the next thing we're gonna have to glue down is gonna be the foam pieces, so that we can fill those and then top them with the top pieces. Okay, so there's my base, and like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and put the acetate down, because if you do it any other way, you're not going to be able to fill it. So I like the way that lines up. I just want to make sure I'm putting, now this is probably interchangeable. It looks like it is. So that piece that's nice and flat, I'm going to go ahead and make that my top. So I'm going to put my glue on this side. And like I said, this glue is kind of weird, but okay. It always gets these little glipples. I call them glipples. Glue nipples. Okay. I'm a weirdo. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead, glue everything down on the side that's not super flat. I want my acetate to rest on that piece that's really flat, and then sometimes you will get a little bit of glue strings in there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. Now, in an ideal world, I would wait a couple hours for this to dry before I would fill it in, but excuse me, since this is for tutorial purposes, I will not be doing that. Okay, so that's, this side is kind of more wonky, so I'm going to glue that side. I'm trying to really stay in frame. I can't see what I'm filming, so I just have to close my eyes and hope for the best. Now, I went this long without getting the Rona, and honestly, I sound worse than I am. My symptoms were bad for 24 hours, but then I'm pretty functional, just a little sleepy and losing my voice. But I never even really got a cough that bad, luckily. Luckily, you know, I have not been so bad. The worst thing for me was the headache for 2 days, really bad, and then accompanying tinnitus that I still have. Okay, so I'm going to pick a side that I'm going to glue. You're always going to have one side that is a little flat and smooth, and the other side won't be. So I'm going to glue the not smooth side down. Also, when I guess after Christmas, I moved my Big Shot, and I can't find the plates or the little shim. Excuse me, so now I'm gonna have to tear apart my, like, what? Why would you separate those two things? But luckily my little BB came through for me. Okay, so that looks good. So now you can kind of see, now you know you have your acetate pieces, but I'm gonna glue my decorative paper to the acetate pieces before I glue them on there, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Like I said, I'm going to try to stay in frame for this whole business. Should I do this side? Should I do the... No, I think that looks weird. I'm just going to do the solid side. Okay, so I'm going to glue this side to my acetate pieces first. If I'm not in frame, I'm sorry, but you know what I'm doing. I put the glue on the bottom side. The side I want on top, obviously I didn't glue that. And now I'm going to glue it to my acetate. Like I said, I think these are interchangeable, which is good. Thank you, Hannah, because that would have been confusing. Okay, so it kind of fell short there, the side a little bit, but it could definitely be worse. I'm going to slide it over a little bit. Okay, so there we have that piece. Excuse me, like I said, I'm so sorry. I really don't have any other choice but to do this video right now. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to glue my paper down to my acetate, and then we're going to fill up with sequins, and then we're going to glue the acetate on top. And I was super confused looking at this die, and usually shakers are like my thing. My bestie Boo, not to call her out, but she gets confused by shakers, and she's a very talented crafter. She can do freaking anything, but shakers just kind of throw her off. So I always try to make shaker videos, and you know, I always try to hook it up for my bestie, but then when I saw other people were having trouble with this die, and even when I took it out of the thing, I was like, what the heck? So that's what I showed you at first, that one base circle comes with the inner circle, and you have to take that out in order for this to work. And I think that's what was really, really confusing me. Now I did get a little bit of glue right here, but sometimes I think the more you try to mess with it, the worse it's going to be. So I'm just going to leave it and hope once I put my sequins in there, you won't be able to tell. But look how small, this is a small space for shaker bits. So I wish I had something smaller, but, we're just going to try it with what I have, baby. All right. Let me get my glipple off. Excuse me. I say I don't have a cough, and then literally this whole video is like the most coughing I have done. But also I just woke up from a 4-hour nap. So that could be it too. Okay. Now I work at Starbucks, and Starbucks is paying me to isolate, so I got 2 free days off to craft. Now that CDC says we only have to isolate for 5 days if we're vaccinated. At first I was like, oh, that's so, but now that I have to I have to quarantine, I'm really glad, because I don't know if I can make it. If Sunday will be my last day, I'll probably quarantine Monday just to play it safe, and then Tuesday is my birthday, and I want to at least go to the Mexican restaurant and pick up some to-go food and margaritas. Which, can we just say that to-go margaritas have been the best thing that we have gotten from this pandemic? All right, so it looks like it's going to work. So now we just got to fill up our shaker bits, which, like I said, I don't have anything really that small. So I'm just going to try with what I have. I do have some stuff on order. Even this isn't going to work. Okay. Okay, we'll be able to get this one out, because I think it would fall out if we put it together and whatnot. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to spread these around a little bit, mix them up. That works. Those are small enough. I tried to put all small things in this. Like I said, I can't find my Valentine sequins, and I'm just having to work with what I have, because obviously I'm missing my daily runs to Dollar Tree and Dollar Spot to see if they're going to put out more Valentines. If anyone sees any Valentine sequins at the Dollar Spot, hook a girl up. I will pay you back. I can't leave my house. Okay. Which I'm sure a lot of people have had their birthdays and events and weddings. You know, at least it's just my birthday, and I'm old as shit. I don't care. Like, whatever. But it is just kind of a bummer. I did make it to Sephora last week before I got sick and got my free birthday gift. So, yay. Okay. I swear, this is literally, of course, but probably because I'm talking a lot too. Like, what am I going to do? Sit in my room alone and talk? No, I haven't talked at all, really. Not much, not this much. Okay, so now I'm just going to, I might have overdone it on this side just a little bit, so I'm going to take a couple of these out. So it lies nice and flat. And then I'm going to glue everything on, and then we are done. I figured it out. I'm so proud of myself. And thank you, all of those who have been posting these put together, because it really helped me see. And I think the dye isn't available on Ally anymore, so it's like you can't go back and look at the finished product. So I really wish KS Craft Hannah would have like a vault or something, like have a page of all the dyes that you've sold with an example of them, because sometimes, you know, you pull them out per season and you can't remember like what it's supposed to look like or how it goes together. So it gets confusing, especially when it's a bunch of little pieces. Like, I bought the cassette tape. Am I even going to be able to do that? Like, oh, it looks so hard. Okay, so that's how I'm going to make this video. Maybe I'll be inspired to make more videos, tutorials on the KS Craft Hannah dyes. My goal for this year was to create more content, like create more tutorials, create more videos, maybe not do quite so many swaps, but spend the year using what I have and creating content. Oh my gosh, it's so cute, you guys. Okay, so on this one, we're gonna just glue the freaking glipples, y'all. We're just going to glue, sorry I said the S word before, that's really bothering me. I don't know if I'll be able to bleep it out, but I'm trying to keep my spirits high. Okay, so we're just gonna glue over the frame part of this acetate. So I'm gonna try to do the thinnest strip I can, because this glue gets messy and you really don't need much. So it's barely touching the bottle to the acetate. And it is really heckin' cute. Okay. And that is it. It is done. Look how cute it is. And that honestly did not take me that long at all. Once I got everything cut, we just put that sucker right together, and it's really cute. I'm really happy with the way it came out. I might do some with some glitter bases or glitter on the top. I'm not going to shake it too much because I want everything to kind of dry there. But I really hope you guys found this video useful. I'm really sorry I dropped the S word. I have had no human contact really, and I'm just, I don't know, I'm losing my mind a little bit, but I'm okay. You know, I'm so lucky that my symptoms weren't worse. You know, I've seen so many people with such a wide variety of symptoms that I'm counting myself very, very lucky, and I really hope that we can kind of get over this soon. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Watch out, because I might, since I have to make these anyway, my next tutorial might be this little guy. I'm not sure who all got the bundle, but this is not the right bag, obviously. But I might try to assemble this on the next one. But I keep getting glipples, so I'm trying to find my... There we go. Alright guys, thank you so much for bearing with me and having the patience to deal with this. I really don't want to refilm it, and I won't have time to refilm it. So again, I'm very sorry about my voice and the S-bomb and everything. But I hope you found this useful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next crafty video. Bye!